Darragh, first and foremost, the news this morning, Ben Alnwick has signed a new 3-year deal.
Yeah, great news. We've been talking obviously to Ben since the season ended. We've been speaking to Ben and Michael Smith about contracts, so we got Ben over the line. Very thankful. Him and his agent were very good. Ben loves it at the club, very settled, and he's come back. He's lost 7-8 kilos. He looks in incredible shape. I know he had his back issues last year, but we're expecting a big year off Ben. And you look around and you think, well, give me better goalkeepers you would go out and get, you know what I mean, in League One, and at his age and everything else. I think he can. Goalies don't come into their prime and their peak till 31, 32, 33. So I think there's some great years ahead for Ben. So very happy about that, and hopefully Michael will be next.
Of course, obviously you've got players here, but some players are behind, and obviously that's because they're not at the moment in the plans of the manager.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, the gaffer at the end of the day has to be ruthless, so to speak, in his approach, and he's put the list together who he wants. You know, Liz, the secretary, the football secretary of the club, has a certain amount of slots when we go away, and for staff, for playing staff, for players, and the gaffer obviously has picked who he wants to come and who hasn't. So who's back in the UK? Jack Payne's back in the UK. He's free to speak to other clubs. He's had 2 clubs make him offers, I think, but that's in his court now to get on with his career. Luke James, obviously, we had a deal done with Hartlepool for him to return there permanently, and he agreed terms, I believe, with them too, but they pulled the plug on that for whatever reason. So, and there's a couple of other League 2 clubs at the moment. Speaking to Barry about Luke, Harry Buteman's obviously been put on the list. That's quite new, and we've had some clubs. So again, what it gives those players the opportunity to do is once Barry does a deal or whatever, they can go speak to the club straight away. It lets them get on with negotiations and stuff. We've got Jordan Nicholson and Harry Anderson, who, you know, younger players will go out on loan, get some game time. We've agreed a deal with 2 League 2 clubs for Harry Anderson, which I think would be great for him. I think he'll have a real impact in League 2 next year. Jordan's just come back from an injury, so he'll be next. And there'll probably be another couple of periphery players in the squad that will need to go out and get game time, but that'll be probably in August before the gaffer says to them that they're going to go on the loan list. And that's where we are, yeah.
We spoke about the management yesterday, but in terms of the structure that you've put in place, obviously within the 21 team, I guess it was important to make sure you got enough coaches for each role.
Yeah, key. Faz is obviously one of the coaches for the first team, but he'll play a massive role with the under-21s. I hated that last year and the year before, where you'd swap and change, and 1 minute it'd be the goalie coach and 1 minute it'd be the number 2. You know, Faz will look after the under-21s for match days and obviously prep work for those as well, because we'll have a very, very competitive squad of 24, 25 players. You will always see a very strong 11 in that under-21, the games that we're playing. I think we're going to be playing up to 20 games next year, so it'll be very, very important to develop those players. Now, Faz is a club legend, but he hasn't been put in the role because of that. He's been put in the role because he's a very good coach, and he's a young coach that's learning his trade and getting better. And I enjoy working with him. I think everyone else does, and he'll do good things. We've got JC, Jack Collison, then, who has finished his career. He's now looking towards coaching full time. I think he's going to be an amazing young coach, possibly a young manager in the future. But what he wants to do from the start is work with the under-18s. I think the under-18s love working with JC day to day. And I trust our young talent in his hands, as does the gaffer. And what's great for JC and everyone is having a manager like Grant who knows the club top to bottom and knows that there were divisions between the club before with previous managers, from the youth to the first team, and there won't be any of that here with the current gaffer. He'll help JC, he'll work with him. He knows all the young players. Grant's got his own kids involved in playing football, so he comes and he watches a lot of games. Used to really, really irritate me, the amount of managers that never come and watch our under-18s or under-16s play. Grant's not like that, so that will be great for the under-18s. I think JC will bring a lot to it.
And Lee Glover, you're getting to know obviously out here as well.
Great, you know, I've spent a bit of time with him there. He's a lovely man, very, very unassuming. He's got a calm confidence about him. He's not a screamer, he's not a shouter, and I think he's going to be very, very good for our players. They're going to enjoy basically working with him day to day. So looking forward to seeing what he brings.